starting it off with the Bryn. That's what he did against Luna earlier today. But he switched over to the Zol after game number 1.
So this is an interesting matchup because it's going to be Axe versus Axe. Have we seen that today?
I mean, so far the only Axe we've seen today has been Stingray.
Yeah, so that answers that question right there. No, this is the first time we're seeing 2 Axe players. And that's going to be an interesting change of pace. I don't think we've hardly seen any Axe versus Axe in any of the regions whatsoever.
Nope. Didn't go for the follow-up there off the Russian Mafia, though. But yeah, we haven't seen too much Axe overall. Like, it's really been few and far between from the players in any region.
That had to have been a misinput.
Yeah.
There's no way he would do that the other direction because there is no world where Luna can physically make it over there as a legend.
Oh, but he might be able to make it over to Stingray as Stingray out on the outside. Ground pound does not land, doesn't need to though, and Luna will have that stock advantage. A lot of it off the back of the hammer though.
It's hammer season, baby. Remy said it. Remy tells no lies. We know that.
Yeah, I mean, Brawlhalla's Tony Romo is definitely an expert in his field.
Did Tony Romo ever win a Super Bowl?
I'll let you figure that one out. As Stingray figures out how to hit the end light, gets the KO, and evens it up immediately.
Remy is better than Tony Romo because Tony Romo has never won a Super Bowl. He has 0 rings, and that cannot be said about Remy.
Because he's won a 2v2 world champion.
Yes, sir.
All right, weapon toss from Luna. Opens up Stingray. Nice falling side air as well. On the other side, Stingray pogo's back. Generally, I really like the Spear into the Hammer matchup. Spear's got a lot of control. It's got a lot of good things going for it against Hammer, especially in the grounded, like, 1v1. But right now, Luna's looking pretty solid.
It's so funny to see how far back Stingray is playing, because like when he was playing against Radish previously, he was playing really far back from the neutral signature, but like now he was playing essentially right in the middle of the stage. That's how much space he was giving Luna when like what can he really do? Like he has the gravity cancel neutral signature, which is going to be like similar. Probably doesn't even have as much range as the Petra neutral signature.
But you know what? Maybe it's just the respect to the classics, right? This is, again, the OG Luna pick, the original thing that won him so long ago.
That was nice.
Doesn't hit the downlight.
I'm so excited to see the next GC downlight that he hits.
I really want to know what option he goes for. He did tweet out not long ago that, like, now that he's in the top 3, he's in his element. It's no longer trolling season, and he's really got to bring his A game. But right now, he's got to get through Stingray, which, again, Stingray's the person who knocked him down here into the elimination bracket.
We do have that proper Axe v Axe matchup here. Luna over on the edge. He gets back up really quickly, but Stingray immediately punishes it with the neutral light. Luna goes back down. Again, the neutral light, and Luna goes back down. Same thing.
Ooh, no, it's a side air this time, mixing it up. But that's one thing that works really well for Stingray is like with this high mobility Bryn, again, coming in base 7 movement speed, likely on the 6 because the stances doesn't matter as it gets a down like side air. But because of that movement speed, he can go from the middle to the outside really quick.
Dude, Luna was lost at the end of that game. He just kept trying to go up, and Stingray kept kicking him back down. It was a neutral light, sent him back down. It was a neutral light, sent him back down. It was a falling side air, sent him back down. Then it was the spear neutral light, sent him back down. Then it was a pickup. See, here comes the D-light pickup. He goes to like almost the same spot. D-light side air, easy cleanup for Stingray there, who took very little damage on that final stock because most of it, Luna was just stuck on the wall.
Yeah, and now the question is, what's Luna going to play? He played Lucian throughout most of today, but he's also played the Caspian today. He also played the Mordex or the Tai Lung in his earlier matchup against Stingray, but ultimately Stingray was the one who ended up victorious, and fortunately the fallback plan of the the Taros did not work out.
Do you think we see a swap right away?
I don't know. Honestly, with the way that he played the matchup against Impala, where he didn't change at all in the Lucian, I kind of feel like he won't. I kind of feel like he's just going to, like, try to fight through with what he's got. We're currently on the map bans, but until I see him ban a map, I won't actually know what he picks.
Well, we have a quick view of the graph behind us. Maybe we can get a little quick one of this.
They cheated.
Look at that right there. Look at that. That's very, very steep towards the end. And then you can see this right here. This is where Stingray was just on the edge, sitting there. It was neutral light city. He's not taking any damage. All of this damage is the neutral light, the falling side air, the neutral light, the D-light side air, and then the KO. Thanks for the view on the graph. I appreciate that.
I tried to get out of the way. I tried to be a good person.
Yeah, you're a good teammate up here on the desk. And we are going to have a legend swap from Luna. It's going to be not the Lucian, but another legend he has played today, and another legend we've seen him play a lot of, going over to the Tai Lung Mordex.
It's an interesting pick. Again, it worked really well for a game in the winner's semifinal where he was able to get game number 1. But once Stingray started playing more of that axe, once he started switching over to the Zol where he was getting a lot of damage per hit, then the Tylon kind of started to fall apart. And already we're seeing some trouble here against Stingray.
Incredible spear play already coming out. Throwing out that D-Sig, but Luna's not able to land any move because he was stuck on that soft platform.
Okay, Nares and Sayers getting some good damage put out from Luna. Backs away once he started running out of movement there.
So what we saw from the Teros last game on Luna is we didn't see any major string potential, which, like, the best hammer players in the world, they're really good at finding those hammer strings, or they're good at finding those regular 3-piece or even just 2-piece, but all the time on the axe. He wasn't able to find either of those. We already do see Scythe momentum coming out, and actually after that initial flurry from Stingray, Luna has taken back the lead and definitely done that after he picks up the first stock.
Yeah, and a great weapon toss follows the trajectory of that Gauntlet side air to take out Stingray's first stock. Now, looks like a little bit more Gauntlet play is going to be coming out from Luna. He definitely was leaning on the Scythe in his winner's semi-match.
Reaching up onto that soft platform with a neutral air. There we see a side light, one of the few that we've seen today from a Gauntlet player. That recovery got Stingray back to the stage. It didn't end up hitting Luna because Luna was too far away, but as Luna moved left over near that wall and up to recover on the main stage, the turnaround side air from Stingray makes the connection and gets the stock.
Yo, but Stingray is doing a very similar thing to what he did in the last game, where he just kind of walls out Luna. This time it was with the spear Nares, but Luna hits the side sig, connects onto Stingray, and now he is up big.
That was hugely early. He picked that one up in orange onto Stingray. That's given Luna a massive lead. D-Light into the turnaround side air from Stingray. A little bit of an interesting choice on that one. Not sure if he was just trying to, like, fade away to do something else and held that right direction a little bit too long. Whoa! Whoa, the weird scoop reaching down, bouncing Luna off the stage.
Going back to that downlight side air, though, I think it was just he wanted the stage control so he could get that weapon. The weapon spawn was on the left, so he was trying to shove Luna away.
That makes sense.
But edge guard opportunity from Stingray did not convert to more. Luna swinging back, trying to hit some damage, try to get that extra credit.
Now, one thing that we saw from Gauntlet players in other regions, I believe I was doing commentary with Taza, and we were noticing that, maybe it was Remy, we were noticing that it was a lot of GCD lights on the Gauntlet player as the starter move, which would lead into a recovery as the KO move. That is just simply gone from North America, and all of the Gauntlet players we've seen today goes for the sidelight into the recovery. He knew he could hit that easy because the dodge was burned on the D-Sig.
Yeah, and we also got to see that GC downlight. That time it wasn't really in a position where the ground pound would have made sense, so of course he went for the recovery, and then that sidelight recovery, like you said, there was a burn dodge from Stingray, so that was 100% guaranteed KO. Here's that goofy down sig that kind of bounced him off the wall.
I wonder, like, does he know that that was supposed to happen? Like, is that on purpose?
Does he know?
Yeah, like, was that on purpose? Was he like, I'm gonna throw this down, that's gonna bounce him off the wall, do a bunch of damage, and send him flying to the right, or was he trying to, like, scoop him back onto the stage?
I want to say that he was likely trying to scoop back, but either way, he is scooping back to that guy. Zol.
Yeah, we're gonna get some Zol gameplay here. We're gonna get some solid axe against this Tai Lung from Luna.
Yep, completely tied up. Luna was definitely looking really good in that last game against Stingray's Bryn, but again, looking like a repeat of what happened in the winner's semifinal.
It's a nice little wait there. It didn't actually end in success with the recovery hitting, but it was like, it was neutral air and then the side air and then a neutral air and then a wait and then the recovery.
Oh, he is definitely finding some hits onto Stingray though, but Stingray is hitting bigger. Disarmed Luna. Downlight ground pound.
He did it!
Goes for another one, but Stingray's below it.
It wasn't a GC.
No.
So he still could be terrorized or terrified to do that on the edge. But he at least did a D-Light ground pound. That's step one. Well, step one was like admitting that you have a problem, and that's why he swapped over to the D-Light recovery. Step two, I don't know all the steps of the 12-step program. But step two is like just starting, I guess, to do it on the stage.
Sure. right now doing a lot of stuff on the stage, but
Okay.
Stingray does hit that downlight side air. Again, just trying to keep Luna away so we can get that safe weapon pickup. But Luna just moving him around. That's one thing that Scythe really gives players is control of where the opponent's going to be.
After we saw that GCD light into the turnaround side air, I think you're exactly right. You're 100% right when you explained that earlier. It was definitely on purpose, not a misinput. Luna going to take that one. You can see a little bit of a signature as a taunt there. Feeling some confidence here in this game as he's almost a full stock up. He's going to be going into Stingray's cannon with his gauntlets. Nice little two-piece. Oh, three-piece, four-piece. Almost hit like the classic string that Gauntlet players love to use to carry their team or their opponents off the stage.
Do it again, though. He's got the opportunity. Doesn't get the dodge this time. Stingray trying to bring out the classic of the cannon. Gonna go for it again, and he'll get it with the side air. Last stocks here in game number 3.
Luna was playing a little bit too high there. He didn't recover low like a lot of players might have done. He didn't recover high either. He was just like right at stage level, and that gave Stingray the perfect opportunity to run up and get the KO. Man, I was going to say earlier that we're seeing a lot more swagger on the gauntlets from Luna, but now we're also seeing a lot more swagger as well on the cannon from Stingray. So sort of the two quote-unquote off weapons for both of these players are really leveling up this game and looking good.
Yeah, they're definitely bringing out the entirety of their character kits. You're seeing the chase, and Luna burns it all to get the recovery, and he will find it as he puts himself up 2-1.
The swap over to Tai Lung, or entering in this set with the Tai Lung. Beautiful. There's the side air. It didn't send over the corner. It bounced off the stage. He must have used that ground pound to, I guess, get back to stage really quickly. He probably could have done the same thing with a fast fall. I mean, look at that string. You can't even see it. We're not. It's brutal. It's too brutal. It's not fit for Twitch.tv.
Well, here's another look of a part of it. There you go. The sidelight side air. Man, I like revisiting that gauntlet string though. Like one thing that was huge was it bounced him around, didn't let him touch the stage at all. Oh. I know you see what I see.
We're getting to see this in super slow-mo.
But we're also seeing a character swap from Stingray.
This is like one of his top 3 legends, which I'm like always surprised to see. Not necessarily because like it's a weird pick, because like we know he does Lance. That's a super normal thing for Stingray. But that we just like don't see it in tournament very often. The fact that it's like a top 3 legend for Stingray is always a little bit surprising when we see it come out. So now you've had your Taros representation. I've had my Vrax representation. So the desk is feeling good. We are eating today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice when you get to see your pick. And, of course, now we get to go full bias mode and pick our players. But Stingray hits the side sig. Luna bounced by the weapon toss, needs to find more hits. One thing that Vrax brings to the table beyond the weapon kit is that high dexterity. He's going to be able to swing a lot and be pretty safe with it.
He also brings really good signatures to the table. The signatures being the only way that I was ever able to beat Java in the money match that he and I both had, is how cheesy that D-Sig can be. Oh, yes, sir. We are feeling good as we see Stingray using that high dexterity to his favor.
Oh, edge guard opportunity.
Yup.
There's the N-Sig, catches Luna out of the sky. He's got to respect all these options from Stingray. He's covering himself so well, too. He'll go for those N-Sigs, and then if you get too close, downlight comes out.
We just need Stingray to go like full grime time and hit N-Sig into GC N-Sig. That's like the most disrespectful thing I feel like I've ever done, and I love going for it. It used to be like an insane amount of damage. Now it's just a really good amount of damage.
Right now, Luna needs a really great amount of damage. He is 3 stocks behind, well, Stingray has 3 stocks to the one of Luna. Sidelight not even going to put him off screen.
Let's see what the blasters are here. This has been dominated by Stingray's Lance. Nice nair again. Seeing blasters players using neutral airs on the edge. You at home, that is something you should be doing if you are not as a blasters player.
Nair hits, doesn't hit the downlight, still denying the weapon pickup. Nairs and Sayers doesn't read with the side sig, and Stingray gets past. He'll have that Lance again. This was so devastating, the first 2 stocks of Luna.
Okay, Luna's starting to find some momentum in his favor. Ooh, he tried to extend that combo, or at that point, once he threw out the side signature, it became a string after he hit the combo of the side light into the neutral air. Trying to get back on stage, Luna is not letting him.
Recovery will bounce him, and he doesn't have the movement. Last stocks here for both players. This will determine whether or not Luna goes into the grand finals or Stingray brings us to game 5.
So the high dexterity on Brax means he has to have a pretty low stat in there. He's going to have a pretty low strength, and he's also going to have lower defense. The default is going to have 4, but it doesn't matter. Ends up taking off the top. Stingray with a great character swap at exactly the right time. Going to take that game, and we're going to game 5.
And Luna, no thoughts of a character swap or anything of the sort. He's going right on in to game number 5. I just kind of think back to like the last time I saw Lord Vrax. I want to say it was like Cody Travis when he would play it against like Sandstorm.
It might have been Stingray is the last one. And I'm honestly wondering if he's going to swap Legends off of this, because we have seen him do that before, even on Win. That maybe the Vrax game was a little bit too close for him, or maybe he's like, I'm going to switch this up now, and then I'm going to go back to something different. Turns out, no, we are getting yet another Vrax game, and we do love seeing that. But yeah, it might have been Cody. I don't know between these two players whether it was Cody or Stingray.
It's definitely definitely been a hot minute. But again, it's kind of that narrative that we've been seeing throughout the weekend, which is that like strength and defense maybe not as valuable of stats as we're used to believing.
Especially since we're like not in that heavy weapon meta, or at least so far this year, we're not in that heavy weapon meta anymore. I mean, even when Luna played double heavy weapons, got off of that really, really quick over to a non-heavy weapon. Oh my goodness. Luna is the leader of Miami Dome right now. Still in yellow, 30 seconds into the game, and he takes Stingray's first stock.
Yeah, he definitely learned a lot between those first 2 stocks and the last one, because he was playing so much better in that final stock, and he just took all that information here into game number 5 against Stingray. Back to the gauntlets against the blasters of Stingray, but there's that down sig.
That was a bold move. Going to get punished for that one while he's already hugely behind. Even if he hit that side signature, nice dodge to get away. Well, not actually the dodge move, but his movement worked in and of itself as a dodge to get away from that.
Yeah, he managed to get underneath it, managed to avoid it.
Nice.
Luna tries to track the movement, but Stingray with the raw side sig. His side sigs on the Lance have been very effective.
That move is so good. That move is insanely good. It is very, very, very good. I cannot overstate how good that move is in Vrax's kit. Nice little D-light into the neutral light. Okay, finding some good momentum, fighting his way back into this. He is not in the red yet.
Sayer doesn't hit for Luna. Nair hits for Stingray. Luna struggling to find hits, and it's the down sig!
GCD sig right there is so good. I love using that one to just scroink a stock from my opponent when they are in the orange.
Showing that Stingray definitely has this character in the pocket. It is one of his 3 most played legends. Nair doesn't hit. This time it will. Needs to continue the edge guard for the turnaround. Stingray!
No way!
Luna's done! Stingray closes it out. 3-2 with the Lord Vrax.
That was so gross. Oh my gosh. Stingray with the disgusting Lance edgeguard. We have not seen too many edgeguards from really either of these players, and now they're both going to engage in one off screen. Luna's almost off screen. There we go. Luna's off screen. They're both off screen. Dodging back on, down air, recovery to bounce off the bottom of the stage. I mean, Stingray had to charge that up regardless, and he's just going to ground pound. Didn't even need to hit it, but it was there nonetheless. Stingray, what a huge way to close that out. Luna is not going to be happy after that.
Gotta believe he is not too satisfied with that 3rd place finish, and especially finishing it in that way. He's got to be replaying not only just those final moments where he kind of made a couple of missteps there.